Could it be that we've been developing the wrong skills all this time? That we keep developing concrete thinking skills, and they only work for single-digit whole numbers. And then once the numbers get big or tiny as decimals and fractions, it doesn't work anymore. Times 8. What's the number one trick people teach to teach the kids the 9 tables? The fingers trick. They go, oh, put your fingers up, count over to your 8th finger, put it down, there's 7 over here, there's 2 over there, the answer's 72. Now, if I show that trick to a kid, do they think that's the greatest trick they've ever seen in the history of the world? They love it. So you do it again, 9 times 6. Kid puts up their fingers, counts over the 6th finger, puts it down, there's 5 over here, there's 4 over here, there's 54. They're like, oh my God, math is so great. And then the next year, the teacher goes, what's 9 times 45? And the kid looks at their feet. Now, did we do the kid a good deed by teaching him this 9 trick? Or did we trick them into thinking they know how to multiply by 9? I think we tricked them. We played a bad trick on them. You know what we should have done? Taught them about the number 9. What's the here to learn? Now, if you look at 9 times 3, the answer is less than what? 30. How much less? 3. 9 times 4, the answer is less than what? 40. How much less? 4. Did they kind of figure out this trick even if they couldn't articulate it? Yeah, they did. Then if I say to the kid, well, what's 9 times 7? You know what the kid might be thinking? Because they're generalizing. Oh, it's less than 70. Well, if you have to ask them, well, how much less would you guess? They're going to say 7. They're generalizing from what they saw here. That's why the kid's smart. They're good at generalizing. Okay, that's what makes the timetables easier for some kids to remember.